What is going on, everyone? AJ Gaming here, and welcome back to the 7th episode of the Draft to 1 Million Coins. If you haven't seen the last episode, I would highly recommend that you go and check this out before I spoil what happened. 3, 2... Okay, so that should have given you enough time, if you haven't seen the last episode, to click off this video and go and watch that video. So I can tell you that we packed Legend Inzaghi in the last episode after we won the draft with the striker Sanchez team, and as well as many other players that were great for the team. We won the draft, we got Legend Inzaghi in a 35k pack, and we sold him for 194,000 coins, leaving us on 220,000 coins with a whole full trade pile, as well as a club still full of items to sell from the end of last episode. We're over a fifth of the way there to our goal of getting to 1 million coins. But anyway, let's stop the chit chat and get on with today's draft. We're going to jump into the draft. We've got loads of coins now. We don't need to worry about saving coins and making sure we get back to the 15,000 coin mark. So we can go with whatever we want here. 3-4-2-1, 4-1-4-1, 4-5-1, the 4-3-3 attack, and the 4-1-2-1-2. We're not going to go with the 4-1-2-1-2. We went with a formation without wingers in the last episode. 4-5-1 is a terrible formation in this game, as is the 4-1-4-1. I'm tempted to go with the 3-back formation, you know, guys. It's possible, gives you the highest rated player, highest rated squad that you can get. I'm going to go with it and see what we get. We get that 92 Team of the Year Alves, which doesn't really fit the team. I'm thinking we might try something different and go with Aguero, you know. We're going to try and build a BPL team, or maybe a hybrid. So the only player that works here is the Argentinian guy, who doesn't look bad, but he's not the best. We'll just take a BBVA for Gulli and hope for a strong link on this left hand side. We get the left wing Sanchez. We got the striker Sanchez in the last episode. We also get Di Maria, which is a position change at left wing. We could look to get him, or we could just go straight out with the BBVA and take Ronaldo and hope that we get... I'm going to take Di Maria. It's another position change from the international position changes, and we get our silver option early on in the team. None of these really fit the team. Osvaldo, we'll take him. He's a 4-star skiller. No one really helped there. And we'll move swiftly on. We get that 89 man of the match Muller from the Champions League. But I think we've got to take someone that's a bit more defensively minded. We get 3 Bayern Munich players. Tempted to take the Ligue 1 player to link with Di Maria here, which I think we might do, because I'm not too sure about Cruz in this game. When we'll move on to the other centre mid position, and we get the man of the match Muller yet again. We're going to have to take one of these PSG players though, and Matuidi is going to be the one we select. We're going to leave the midfield like that as it is for now, and we're going to move on to the left mid, where we get a bunch of Brazilians and BBVA players. None of these really going to link with anyone here, so I suppose we'll take the best. We'll take a BPL just because that's the other league that we're building into at the minute. If Ligue 1 doesn't work, well, we get a Ligue 1, but I'm not sure. We'll take the Ligue 1 Sao, however you pronounce that, and we'll move on to the middle centre back position. This team is not looking very good at the minute. We get no BPL, we get no Ligue 1. These players are all quite bad. We'll take Gonzalez, Serie A player, and move on to the final centre back spot, where we get 3 BBVAs and 2 Serie A's. None of these players again are going to help us. We'll take the French, and we'll take Varane there. We'll move him over like that, and we'll move on to the goalkeeper. Hopefully Mandanda. Oh my god, we always get Mandanda, and yet this time when we need him we don't get him. None of these players are going to link to anyone here. We get the 86 Casillas, the inform Leno. I think we're just going to have to take the BPL and hope that we get BPL players. We're only on 63 chemistry off the starting 11, guys. This is really bad. Oh my god, we get the striker Bale. We're going to have to take that there and put him straight into the team. He looks like a great card at striker. Oh my god. Now we move on and we get the BPL, which we could play at right back Bellerin, but we're going to have to take Willian Not that he's really going to get any chemistry there, but in case we do build into a BPL team. And we get Pedro, who can also put at left wing, or Ibarbo. I think we're going to take Ibarbo here and put him at the right wing spot. We'll move on. This team is looking terrible at the minute. We get the left wing Sanchez Koscielny, who would work in the team. He's French, so he'll go into the team. Gets a link with Willian and Czech, a strong link with Czech as well. We had him in the last episode. He was great. And we get 91 Suarez, which would also work in this team. We get David De Gea. We get Messi as well. I think we're going to have to take Messi here. Going to switch him out for for Ibarbo. Up to 75 chemistry now, not too bad. And we get no one here. 3 Serie A players, who I suppose we're going to have to take. We're going to take Insigne here as a super sub, but this team is just not looking very good. We get 94 Ronaldo, who we're going to have to take because that's the last attacking position left on the bench that we could possibly get. And we'll move on to the midfield spots as we get a BBVA Sergio Roberto, who we're going to have to take there. He works better than, well, he doesn't actually get better chemistry, but if we do that, that gets us better chemistry overall. Hopefully we get another BPL centre back. We get another BBVA centre mid in the form of Fernandez, who gets us up to 84 chemistry. I don't know what we're going to do down that left hand side. We get Evra, who would work. He would get a link with Varane there, but no one really else, unless he doesn't really gain us any chemistry overall. So we'll leave Sal in there for now and move on to the penultimate position. We get the green Coleman. We got him last time. We got that position change out of Herald, which I was hoping we could get, which is quite annoying really, because we could have got the centre back version, but I think, is he the best player we could take? If we swapped Koscielny over to the left and put Alderweireld at the right centre back, I'm not sure who would get better chemistry, because Arribas, I think we're going to have to take Arribas and put him in there instead of Sol. Gets better chemistry overall. If we put him in the middle, that's 7. Both of them are still going to be on 7 either way. Doesn't change any chemistry for anyone really, but we'll leave that like that and move on to the final position of the team. In goal we get Ruffier, who would help out the chemistry. It would get Varane onto full chemistry, so we'll take him. I'm not it does increase the chemistry by 3, but the goalkeeper's still on 7. Varane gets to a 10. Doing that doesn't help. So the only real player off of chemistry here is Coutinho, and I don't really see we could put Di Maria in there. I didn't think of that. He gets the Argentinian link with Fernandez at on the left side. Looks like that's going to be the team, guys. We'll just order the bench in terms of highest rated. We got Messi and Ronaldo in the team, but overall we didn't get the best of benches. We've got Aguero and Coutinho as super subs, as well as Insigne on the bench as well. We got Czech, which isn't really a super sub. We'll put Faguli in there. Gets us up to an 86 rated team there, guys. We need I'm thinking we either need an Argentinian BPL manager, which gets Di Maria and Willian up chemistry, or we need a Spanish BPL, which either of those two I think would help us out a lot there, or a French BPL. And we get Mark Hughes, which gets us up to a 96. Macedo up 1, Martin up 1. The Serie A does nothing, and that Serie A does nothing. So we'll either get Willian up 1 chem to 8, we get Ronaldo up to 10, or we get the keeper onto 8. I think we're going to take the keeper on 8. Ruffier gets to 8 chemistry. Our overall foot draft rating is a 182, I think. Yep, that's what we got. It's not a bad team, it's just not a great team overall. Fernandez and the midfield, especially the centre mids, are a bit weak. Medium, and medium, both 3-star, 3-star. Di Maria, Willian, not too bad in terms of defensive stats. They've both got 50 defence. And the defense is overall quite fast as well, being a 3-back. That's one of the things you need. But I'm really excited to try the striker Bale out for sure. And I think that is going to be the end of the squad building part, guys. Let's get into the gameplay. So, into the gameplay we go, and the first team we come up against is a 4-2-2-2 team with a Serie A defence and a mismatch of a team with Weah and Suarez up front. Ozil there on no chemistry. This guy was okay at FIFA, he wasn't the best. He gives the ball away to us 25 minutes in. Messi plays it to Bale, 1-2 with Sergio Roberto. We're passing it around nicely. Bale gets the ball, plays it through to Fernandes, and who slots it in. Bit of a lucky bounce there, goes past the keeper and into the bottom corner. We go 1-0 up with 26 minutes gone, and just before half time gets a throw in, chips it over to De Bruyne at the back post, who finesses it with his weak foot into the bottom corner to level it up before half time. And again, just before half time, a couple of minutes later, we win the ball back again. Messi runs on inside and out and finesses it. Keeper saves it. Ronaldo wins a header, diving header, and we get back into the lead before half time. And just after the hour mark, we get the ball with Ruffier in goal. We kick it long. We win the knockdown with Matuidi. Bit of a fortuitous bounce as a defender passes it straight to Di Maria. Di Maria plays it through to Bale, and Bale finishes his opponent off by scoring to make it 3-1 to us, 64 minutes played. And this guy wasn't giving up though. He played the ball out to Ozil on the left hand side. Ozil tried to cut back inside. Willian won the ball back, but he slipped up. Ozil carried on going. We couldn't tackle him. He nearly dropped then. He deflected, and it goes straight to De Bruyne, who heads it in to make it 3-2. But this was the same again. A few minutes later, we get the ball down the right wing. Messi cuts on the inside, cuts back out, and he gets wiped out by the defender to get us a penalty in the 78th minute. Ronaldo steps up with the penalty, small power on it, sends the keeper the wrong way. We go 4-2 up, and this was going to be the end of that game. But before the end of the game, my opponent did have a chance to get one more goal back. Juan Jesus comes up, he plays on all-out attack. Suarez gets it to Suarez, who finesses it into the corner to make it 4-3 in the 90th minute. And just before the full-time whistle came, we get the ball back with Matuidi, who gives it to Messi. Messi did a lot for us in this episode. We play it through to Bale, who goes round the keeper, shimmying around him, and puts it in to finish the game. 5-3, we end the game. We go through to the second round, where we come up against a 4-3-3 second variant. Team of the year, Dani Alves, the normal Ronaldo, 89 Bale, 89 Benzema, and Zonzi, Mathieu, and Zuma with Mandanda in net. He gives the ball away, just a minute gone on the clock, bit laggy as you can see. Bale gets the ball here. We play it over to the right hand side, chip it over. Kazawa completely kicks the air, and Messi finesses it. Well, he doesn't finesse, he hits it near post. Small deflection off the defender there, you couldn't have seen, but 1-0 at half time, and into the second half we play another over the top ball, and his defender Zuma misses it again. Bale goes through, puts it into the corner to make it 2-0, and that is how this game ended. We win 2-0, going through to the semi-final. 8 shots to our 5 to the 8 shots to my opponent's 3 there. We go through to the semi-final, where we come up against a 4-1-2-on-2 side with legend Nedved, 86 Griezmann, 86 Benzema, inform Cuadrado, Ozil again, Ramirez, Zuma, and David Luiz for Farman on no chemistry in net. He gives the ball away at 15 minutes gone. Ronaldo gets tackled by Maicon but keeps the ball. Roberto chips it over to Fernandes, who plays it in, waits for the foul to come, gives it to Messi. The player takes him out, wipes him out. Zuma gets a red card here, and that gives us a penalty with the 19th minute. Although I'm kind of annoyed that we did get a red card there, because after my opponent went down to 10 men, as I forgot to show the penalty, we did score though. Forgot to put that clip in, but we did score from the penalty there. This guy was just really good after the second half. Even with 10 men, he was able to level the game up with Di Maria, and we go all the way to extra time, and we finish 1-1, and we go to penalties. This opponent, as I said, he was just too good with possession. Even with 10 men, he was able to keep the ball a lot. But we go to penalties. Moutinho steps up first, puts it to the top right of the net. making it 1-0 to us. Di Maria steps up for him. Bit more power, goes straight up the middle and skies it over the bar. Even though I read where he was going, he would have saved it if it was on target. Matuidi steps up. We go down the middle, making it 2-0 to us. Alexandro steps up for my opponent, puts it in. Dived the right way, but we were unable to get there as it was too central and the goalkeeper dived past it. Bale steps up, bangs it into the top corner. 3-0, we haven't messed up yet. My opponent steps up with his third penalty, puts it in to make it 3-2. He's still only 1 goal behind. One mistake from us could see us level with the penalty shootout up. He stays down the middle, we put it to the left with Ronaldo, meaning that Ozil has to score, otherwise he's going to lose it. He does, he goes down the same path as he did last time and leaves it down to Messi for the second episode in a running to win us a penalty shootout. He bangs it top left and wins us the penalty to send us through to the final for the second time in this series. Actually, no, we won it last time, I think. Or was that episode 4 or 5? I'm not quite sure. Anyway, we go through to the final where we come up against another 4-3-3 team. 97 Ronaldo, 95 Messi. That Llorente up front. Another goalkeeper on no chem. Terrible midfield, really. Carrasco, Asensio, and Treasuras. Not really very good on midfielders in terms of centre mids. We win the ball, throw the ball terribly out with my goalkeeper, Ruffier. Llorente gets the ball, bangs it in. 8 minutes gone. He goes 1-0 up, and this opponent was just too good for me. He brought on Ibra for Llorente not long after he scored that goal. He plays it out to the left as Pilaqueta running up there in nosebleed territory, plays across in. Ibrahimovic gets there ahead of the goalkeeper to make it 2-0 to my opponent. Just 30 minutes gone into the second half. We lose the ball on our attack, and straight away this guy just counter-attacks. Ronaldo plays it over to Sergio Ramos, who plays it out to Messi, who goes past the keeper. Ruffier didn't even dive for it, puts it into the net. An hour gone, 3-0 up, and from a goal kick just 10 minutes later we lose the header. We win the header there. Messi gets the ball, we get through with Messi, gets tackled, gets pushed off the ball there. We play it into the box and we do get a consolation goal back with Ronaldo. 75 minutes gone, but just a few minutes later he runs out with Royce, who gets it to Carrasco, who played very well. And in this game he gets the ball, he just runs past my defenders. I was just sliding all over the place. One through ball sees Ibrahimovic through, he goes around the keeper yet again, finesses it into the goal to make it 4-1, and that is going to be the end of the gameplay. We lose in the final, the first time we've lost in the final out of the times we made it there. We get 478 coins. That is going to be the end of the gameplay. Let's get into the packs. Okay guys, so we lost in the final for the first time out of the 3 times that we've made it to the final, losing 5-1 I think it was in the end to my opponent that was really good at the game. He just read everything I was doing, and especially my centre midfields were weak in the first half, and that's how we ended up being 2-0 down I think at half time. Yeah, 2-0 down at half time, that's what it was. And so basically every game I took off the 2 centre mids and brought on Matuidi and Moutinho. I didn't really make any other saves. I didn't get to use the Aguero or Coutinho as I wanted to try out the striker Bale. But anyway, let's see what prize we get for losing in the final and winning in the semi-final. We only just won the semi-final as it was on penalties, 5-3. If you have enjoyed this episode guys, make sure to leave a like as we get a premium gold players pack and a premium gold players pack. I have a feeling these are the 2 terrible ones. Yes, we're probably not going to make much money back off of this episode unless we hit someone really big in the 3 rare players, but normally it's a terrible pack. As you can see, Trigueros, player that doesn't sell in the BBVA, Thorgan Hazard, the Troll Hazard, Ashley Cole and Ilicic are rare players. I'm pretty sure that none of these players sell. We'll discard all of them for 4,200 coins. Gets us up to 215,000 coins. Hopefully we can just get a player worth a couple of thousand coins in this final 25k pack. Hopefully, and we get De Jong. That's going to be De Jong from LA Galaxy. He won't sell either, neither will any of these. Maybe Wimmer and Santon might sell, but the rest of these aren't going to sell. We'll discard them for 3,700 coins and send the other 2 to the transfer list. We've still got a lot of things selling though guys, mainly just consumables, contracts from last episode for like 200 coins each. I'll just quickly relist them all, guys. If you have enjoyed this episode, like I said, make sure to hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new around here for more draft to 1 million coins. We're at 220,000 coins right now. Hopefully we can get further into this series, and have a great day, guys.